Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Hakuoki, Kyoto Wins, Hajime Sayato's route. And this time we are going to go for his unrequited love ending. So I've loaded chapter 5 with low romance, and I was going to skip to the first option we have, but it won't let me skip no more. So I guess we're gonna have to start here, and then we'll have to skip when it lets us skip again. December 20th, 1867. It was decided that Kondo and Okita were to be moved to Osaka, where Dr. Matsumoto was. I'm like, we've read this. Kondo had required serious surgery and treatment, while Okita needed to treat his tuberculosis. Considering Okita's strength had diminished greatly, even I could see his disease was worsening. Of all illnesses, it had to be tuberculosis. The departure of these two leaders brought solemnity and sadness to us all. Oh, is this... If you do low romance, does that mean you didn't know that Okita had tuberculosis? Huh. I wonder if that's a big moment on Sayato's route. Route? Whatever. English? Yeah, okay. So that's why it wouldn't let me skip. So she finds out then that it was tuberculosis, as opposed to earlier. I wonder how much... My goodness. I wonder how much affection we actually got with Sayato when we did that option. That's very interesting. Okay, well, we're gonna have to skip until... Oh yeah, until Sayato fights with Amagiri. And then we're gonna have to pick the other option there. We said we need to retreat last time. Because they needed our help. This time we're gonna say, you could win, Sayato. Totally. And we'll see what Amagiri does with that. First we gotta get our orders. The last time we see Inoue. Alright, time to run for it. Run. They're fighting. Alright. Zoom. They're fighting even faster than usual because we're skipping. Oof. Alright. We're almost there. Eventually we'll let them know. Okay, there we go. You could win, Sayato. I believe in you! You can beat him! Amagiri was powerful in his demon form, but Sayato had never been one to fight battles he knew he couldn't win. Perhaps that was why he'd won every battle he'd ever fought. As I watched, Sayato's expression turned grim and he froze in place. Sayato? I was about to ask him what he was doing when...
You understand, don't you? No matter how long we fight, I will never lose the upper hand. You should be proud of yourself. It takes an exceptional swordsman to realize when he is beaten.
There was a tinge of satisfaction to Amagiri's voice as he lowered his hands from their fighting stance. Who are you guys? Okay, so he still ends the fight. I was wondering if he would. So Sayato just, after we say that, he's like, no, I don't got this. Not even a little bit. Okay, and then I'll have to save at the next option, because for the bad ending I also have to say, you can do it, Sayato, but then pick opposite options. Coming right up. So I'll wait till we get there, though, then I'll save. Considering one of the upcoming options is leaving with Kazuma, I'm a little worried about how that's gonna go. Intrigued, but worried. Do I have to watch my poor guy get beat up like this again? That's so fast, so much blood. Blood can't even keep up with how fast this is going. Okay, so now we save. And for this one I have to stop Saito again. Alright. So he's gonna turn into a fury yet again. I wonder where the change comes in. Maybe Amigiri still stops the fight eventually. But he tells us to just stay in Edo. Huh? Alright. Things have changed.
Yukimura, leave this all to me and return back to Osaka.
But
when you're here beside me, I am unable to fight with the strength necessary. So please, go.
it was true that if I were here, there is nothing I could really do to be of assistance. I understand. But please, promise me one thing. You will defeat Kazuma, and that you'll follow me back soon.
It would be wrong for me to keep a promise that I do not know that I can keep.
The fact he wasn't exactly confident in his answer must mean Saito is predicting this battle to be one he may not walk away from. But if Saito ends up losing...
Hurry up. Go. If you continue to stay here, then my attempts to buy time will have been in vain.
It wasn't that I wasn't worried for him, but I can't let his sacrifice go to waste. I turned around to through the darkened forest pathway, the shadows of trees covering my way. How far will I get?
Trying to buy time for the female demon to escape, eh? How imprudent of you. So you knew I was going to do so, and yet you let her go. You ask why? Are you so thick-headed? I need no time at all in order to kill you off and then catch up to my bride-to-be. I suppose I can decapitate you, and use your severed head as a wedding present to my wife.
Dude, flowers or chocolates? You can't go wrong. Enough with the corpses and body parts. I know you're a demon, but gosh.
Do you truly believe I would just sit there as you attempt to cut my head off? Nope. That's where the fun in killing you comes in. Now, let's begin. Are you ready?
Come on, Saito. Please live. Don't die. Give that pretty boy a scar for me. Despite my exhaustion from the running, I thrusted each leg forward, one after the other, against the mountain winds upon the darkened path. Even though I longed to be back there, beside Saito, I knew I couldn't stop even if I wanted to. I took no chances to look behind me, I just ran. Then, out of nowhere, I heard a rustle from the bush to my right, and I stopped running in my tracks. What could it be? Was it one of the Satsuma Choshu troops? Or could it be one of Kazuma's demon cohorts? I held my breath in my chest. Yamazaki!
Someone's there. Who's there? I heard your footsteps.
That voice! Yamazaki! It's me, Yukimura. You're alive! What? If I don't come back with Saito, you don't get shot? What?
Yukimura? You're safe!
The sense of relief felt by the presence of Yamazaki nearly made me crumble to the floor.
I do not see Saito nearby. Were you not able to see him?
No. We were running together and Kazuma found us. Saito stayed behind so that I could escape.
What?
Yamazaki fell silent, and for a moment we stood quietly as he gazed into the direction I ran from.
Saito and Kazuma are fighting that way?
Yes. Why do you ask? Yamazaki, don't tell me you're... I had a bad feeling rising hotly in my chest. Yamazaki, why do you have to be a hero every time?
If you continue down this path, you'll be able to return to Osaka Castle. Go on ahead to the Osaka Castle. We will follow suit.
Who do you mean by we? Don't tell me you're going to leave and help Saito.
Although I may not be the best warrior to help him, it does not mean I can just turn my back on a fellow comrade like Saito who is fighting alone.
Yamazaki! Without another word, he turned his back to me and he sprinted down the mountain path. What should I do now? Not only was Saito risking his life, but now Yamazaki as well. I wanted to run after him to help Saito too, but I couldn't distract myself. I gritted my teeth and stayed behind. Saito had stayed behind just to give me a chance to escape from Kazuma. So I need to hurry back to Osaka Castle as soon as possible. And I must spread the word of what just happened. Although it made me almost sick to my stomach, I continued down the path to Osaka Castle. I somehow managed to make my way through the forest safely to Osaka Castle in order to meet with the captains, but...
Saito's still not back yet, huh? Maybe the guy really had his work cut out for him this time against Kazuma. You idiot! Why the hell would you say that? It's bad luck! Yo, Saito drank the water of life. There's no way that he's gonna lose to Kazuma.
Hichikata seemed to keep an optimistic expression, I guess you could call it that. But even he couldn't help but sigh at the prospect.
Hichikata, the ship is almost set to sail. You need to make a call soon.
I know. If he doesn't show up soon, then we can expect the worst.
Hearing Hichikata say what all of us were thinking aloud made my heart feel heavy. Maybe I shouldn't have left Saito alone back there. I shouldn't have left his side. Just then, the sliding door flew open. The person walking through the doorway was... He's alive. What happened to Yamazaki?
Saito! You're... alive! Yes.
Oh jeez, what a relief. Of course there's no way Saito would be beaten so easily.
Commander, I apologize for being late. Don't worry. It's good enough to see you return safely. So, what happened with Kazuma? Does the fact that you're here mean you've defeated him? I need to speak with you about this matter privately. May I have a moment of your time? Yep. The rest of you prepare to leave. I'll call you all when we're done speaking. Alright, see you later.
What happened to Yamazaki? I was packing my things in the room I had slept in the previous night. Just then. Oh, I assume I'm going now this time, am I?
Oh, there you are.
Saito!
Before I return to Edo, I wanted to tell you something. You have a moment?
Sure, what is it? I was nervous.
I discussed this with the commander earlier, but I don't think you should be involved with us any longer.
What? A black malaise had enshrouded my mind when those words came from his mouth. Each beat of my pounding heart was creaking, loose and unsure of how to process what he'd said. What do you mean?
The reason for your residence with us was our shared desire to locate Kyoto. But according to Amagiri, there is a high chance that Kyoto is cooperating with Kazuma. If he is cooperating with the enemy, we must kill Kyoto. I am sure it would be a pain for you to be with us, knowing we would eventually have to kill him.
I could see this was an obvious decision for the Shinsengumi to make. I mean, more than anything, I knew that being with the Shinsengumi kept the demons coming after me. So perhaps it would be best for me to separate from them as soon as possible.
Do you have any relatives or friends that can grant you safe refuge in Edo? If no one comes to mind, I can inform the commander so that he may find someone to help you.
No. I could feel my throat constricting. Breathing became difficult and my head spun. I tried to take as deep of a breath as I could, and I pretended to answer coolly back to him. You don't have to go through all of that effort for me. I heard Dr. Matsumoto may be returning to Edo as well, so I should be fine. My whole body was shaking. I stared at Sayato's deep, dark blue eyes. His irises glowed from the lantern beside us, and he looked longingly into mine in response. He closed his eyelids slowly, looking down.
I see.
As soon as those words spilled from his mouth, I braced myself for what I'd expected to be a painfully definitive end. I looked down before asking him a question. May I ask one more thing of you?
What is it?
What happened to Yamazaki after he'd gotten to where you were? For a moment, Saito hesitated to answer. A flash of remorse was slapped across his face, and he silently shook his head. I could only muster a solitary tear as he gave me his wordless response. I knew I should have followed after him. The regrets that compiled throughout the evening were now starting to eat at me, but I had no reason to feel regretful. At this point, all I could do was leave the Shinsengumi as soon as possible. And pray. Pray that they could battle with a clear head now that I would no longer be there.
Yamazaki! Why you gotta get killed? Why you do this? Oh. Rest in peace again, Yamazaki. So unceremoniously dismissed. Well, I knew it was coming. That wasn't too painful. Most painful unrequited love ending still goes to Soji, hands down. Whoops. Hands down, for sure. That one was bittersweet, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that one. I'm just still sad that Yamazaki died again. Well, I guess I'm living with Dr. Matsumoto now. This music's so sad. Alright, so that was the unrequited love ending. And then bad ending, we're gonna have to choose to go with Cosmo. Good grief. Well, I mean, bad endings so far have resulted in death. For somebody. In Soji's, it was my death. In Hijikata's, it was his death. And I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. That was really interesting, though, that a big part of Sayato's route had to do with finding out about Soji's illness. Who'da thunk it? Fiend with very low blossoms happening. I don't know if clicking actually makes it fade any faster. Well, we made it through. That wasn't too bad. Still sad, but not too bad. And Cosmo's gotta get, like, some dating advice from somebody
It's not in slicing off body parts. Grief. Anyway, I guess we're gonna go join that psychopath next time around. So if you want to see what the bad ending entails, hopefully I'll see you there for that, guys. Until then, I will see you later.